Welcome back to Keela's Corner, where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And if it works, you can say, well, I'll be damned. And if it don't, today we are making chili garlic oil. I ran out recently and I decided, okay, I need to go ahead and make some more. And what better way than to take you along with me? So let's get this liquid gold done. All right, so to start the chili garlic oil, you're gonna need some crushed red peppers, granulated garlic, or like garlic. That's what I'm using. I also use some minced onion, and this is MSG that I keep on hand, monosodium glutamate. Not a whole lot goes in, but enough. And whatever kind of oil you want to use. I have canola oil, I have soybean oil, I have whatever kind of oil you want to use. You do you, it's your kitchen. And some of these jars I've already pre-filled, and I'm just going to go ahead and get the other ones. Now, these jars, they came from Aldi, and I just basically reuse what I already have. I like the size of these jars, and I just keep them and reuse them. So I'm going to go ahead and finish getting my jars filled up with the ingredients. And if y'all know, y'all been here before, y'all know by now, I don't measure stuff. Not for anybody's benefit. But this recipe generally comes out pretty much the same. It's hot, so you use however much you want to use. If you want more garlic than anything, you can do that. If you want more onion than anything, you can do that. It's up to you. But I do just continue to make them mostly similar. So I've got them all filled with the peppers. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and fill each jar with whatever amount of onions. And this is minced dried onion. And ultimately, I like for my jar to be just about half full. Because all of this is going to expand once the oil wets it. Oop, that one got a lot of onions in it. So I'll have a good amount of chili oil and then a good amount of chili crisp. So that's the onions. Now I go in with the garlic. And again, you just put in however much you want. And then for the MSG, not because I'm actually measuring anything, but just because I want the amount to be consistent. And this is about how much I normally put. This is a half a teaspoon. So I'm just going to put that in there. A heaping half a teaspoon. Where do you get MSG, you might ask? I buy it in bulk, so I just get it from the Asian market. But if you happen to be in a regular grocery store, in the seasoning aisle, there's a bottle of Accent, is what it's called. And that is literally just MSG. So here's our MSG in, and then I'm going to go ahead and get these closed up. I'm going to shake them up and get them mixed. All right, getting the lids on. Most of all of these lids are interchangeable, so they all just fit even if I get them mixed up. And if they don't, just play with them, move them around. So we got all our ingredients, and now I'm just gonna shake it up and get it evenly mixed. And we go through this stuff pretty quickly. This will last us probably about 2 months, a month and a half. All right. Cameron uses these more than I do, but this should last us a little while. And then when I run out, I just keep these, wash them, and then save them for the next time I get ready to make a batch. I'm going to go ahead and heat up my oil. And today I'm just using canola oil out of a pot. And basically I'm going to heat this up. And then when it's nice and hot, but not boiling, obviously, I will pour them into these very slowly, because this starts to bubble up, and basically, you know, rehydrate and sizzle and cook all of these. Fry them. Actually, it is frying. It's frying these. So, we'll go ahead and get our oil heated and move on to the next step. Move back a little bit. I do it directly on the towel. One, it'll help soak up any oil that I might spill on the side of the jar, but I've mostly kind of gotten pretty good at it. I don't spill as much. And then also, because it's hot oil and it's going in a jar and it's sitting on this surface, which is my glass cooktop, I just don't want the temperature difference to be that shocking, because jars will explode. I've never had that happen, but just, you know, safety is key. So wait on my oil to heat up, and then we'll go ahead and start filling these up. All right, the other thing I forgot to include is that you do need a chopstick or a very thin, like a skewer or something like that. This one, I put like a tinge of water on the end of it just so I can see my oil was hot, which it ain't. So I'll just continue to let that do what it does. Okay, also, I'm not boiling this oil. I'm just barely heating it over medium high. But another thing I'll do is just take a few pieces out of the mix and throw them in there and see if they start floating or cooking, to let me know if that's ready as well. And it still is not. So just a little bit longer, and then we'll get started. Okay. As slowly as you possibly can. We're just going to okay, maybe that's not super slow, but slow enough to give it time to see how I'm dripping some on the towel. It's inevitable, but it's okay. I just want to, once it starts to get down in there, take your chopstick or your, very carefully, because you also don't want to tip the jar over. My God. But you just want to keep adding oil until it gets to the top. And then, if you're a canner, this is also known as debubbling. Basically, you're trying to get liquid down to the bottom so that the bottom contents are also getting cooked. Oh my God, that smells so good. The garlic, the peppers, the onion, like it's just every time. And then I always fill it up to the brim, but that's just me. And that's why there's no measurements, because it just takes as much as it takes. I have seen people cook it like in a bowl, or in the pot itself. But I feel like that's, I don't know, that's too much for me. This is just easier. It's one and done. It's in the jar. It's already there. I don't got to do nothing else to it. And that's it. So this one is done. I'm gonna heat up a little more oil. I still got, you know, some left in there. Just heat it up. Pour some more in. Heat up another batch and then move to the next jar. That is it. And it's very hot, so you don't want to touch that. Eventually, once it cools down a little bit more, I'm going to take a paper towel and just go around the top edge and then put the lid on, and it's ready for storage. Boom. All right, I'm going to get the rest of these done. I've also decided to double and do a couple of pots at a time because I'm on a time crunch. I got to get out of here in a few minutes. Well, so I'm just going to... I'm moving too fast. Same thing, make sure get all that oil down to the bottom of the jar. See how far down it went. Stir it up. Okay, all 5 jars are filled. I've certainly made a little bit of a mess. And in hindsight, recording this and trying to show or teach somebody else how to do this, it's actually a little bit dangerous. So maybe don't make your own chili oil in this manner. Do it, but not like this. Yeah, but I just, chili oil is like $8 a jar, and then it'd be half of this. So you do the math. From stuff I always have on hand anyway, because I buy everything in bulk. So I'm gonna let these cool. I'm gonna get them capped, and then that's it. We're done. All of these are still extremely hot. I gotta get ready to get out of here. I'm gonna be late. So I'm just going to as gently as I can without moving the jar. I think I did that one first. Just a second. Just want to make sure I don't have a whole bunch of oil on the outside of it. And I don't, actually. I'm gonna grab another towel so I can hold that. Try not to burn myself. Put that on tight. See if I can get this one on. I'm gonna have to go around and do that one. Ooh. Okay, so the lid isn't hot, but the jar certainly is. This one's still bubbling a little bit. This is the last one I did, so I'm gonna let that one go for a second. But this is how you make chili oil, and it's delicious. I will let these sit overnight right here to cool down fully and completely, and then it'll be, well, it's honestly, they're ready to use immediately, but I like for the flavors to just meld even a little more. And then I will, we can use them as tomorrow. Today's tomorrow. And that's it. I got a ton of chili garlic oil. Ooh. All right. So now we have 5 16-ounce jars of chili garlic oil crunch. Homemade. more delicious than the stuff that you actually can buy in the store. And way more. I won't have to make another batch of this probably for another couple months. And that is amazing. Thanks for coming along with me in my chaotic kitchen. And I will see y'all next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment, share, and come back. Peace.